Joining me now on set, Texas Republican Congressman Gill. Congressman, good to see you.
It's good to be here.
So if I were to ask you, Congressman, what do you feel like is the greatest threat to America? And I gave you a menu of options that included mass migration, the rise of Islamism, or this self-defeating philosophy that's taken over much of the highly educated, downwardly mobile white people in America, this embrace of socialism. What would be your answer?
You know, obviously all three of those are major threats to the country. If you had to nail it down, though, I would certainly say mass migration. That is the one thing that touches every single part of American life. If you ask yourself, you know, why are wages being suppressed? Why are rents very high? Why, whenever I go to the doctor's office or to the hospital, do I have to wait for 3 hours? All of that is driven by mass migration. Ask yourself, why are we seeing a decline in the economic viability of America's social institutions? Why are our roads less safe? All of that is driven by mass migration. However, it does another thing, too, though. I think that mass migration creates a political environment, and the left knows this, that they believe is conducive to them winning elections, not only importing a new electorate, but also creating an environment where it's easy to divide Americans against each other. And that's something the left has done pretty aggressively over the past several years.
So by your analysis, mass migration causes all of these social ills, and then in rides socialism to offer a promise, an answer?
Of course. I mean, look at a lot of these young people who are moving to the DSA. What they're doing is I think they're recognizing there's something wrong in the country right now. Wages are not keeping up with inflation. Rents are way too high. I'm coming out of college with massive student loan debt. I'm having a hard time getting a job. And socialism is trying to, the DSA is trying to sell sort of a bill of goods to fix these problems, when in reality, it's this left-wing ideology that has created all of these problems in the first place. Mass migration being one of the biggest things. Ask yourself, whenever you flood this country with millions of people, primarily illegal, but also large-scale legal immigration in certain areas, what does that do? That suppresses wages while at the same time driving up the price of rent and the price of housing. So you're getting hit on both fronts. These are also the same people who are coming in and taking American jobs, making it harder to find work. They're the reason why whenever you go to the hospital and you realize your doctor bill or your insurance bill is insane, you realize it's because we have millions of people from all over the third world that have been let into our country, and we're subsidizing their health care, and your insurance prices are paying for that. I mean, you can go on and on and on, but that's what I think that it all does go back to mass migration.
How then do you explain the socialist embrace of Islamism? We have seen Islamic candidates, those even promising Islamic ideology, rise in popularity, often on the backs of this socialist movement.
Well, I think there's a few things you can say. One is that you've seen the left has used a framework of sort of cultural Marxism, and that's a way of dividing up Americans into either different racial groups, ethnic groups, gender groups, whatever, and sort of playing them off against each other. So large-scale Islamic immigration into the United States benefits the left because they're able to play that group off of other groups and say that you're the victim, you need to be able to come into this country and bring in all of your family members, and it's the evil Republicans who aren't allowing you to do that. That's the one thing. I think, on the other hand, you also see what are some of the similarities between socialism and Islamism, and one of them is certainly power. They're both ideologies that seek to have either the government or this religious ideology really have its hands into every part of your public and your private lives. And I think that power is what kind of unifies both socialists and Islamists.
All bad, but it all goes back, in your estimation, to mass migration.
Yep.
Congressman Gill, good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.